Touch mine.
AGamer here, and I'm going to be doing a quick build video for the Spellbreaker. There weren't really that many changes in the recent balance patch to us, except a small nerf for the full counter, so I don't really feel like there's much need to go into too many details for the small changes I made here and there. As a side note, some people have been coming to me to ask for a build other than classes I main, which is Warrior and Scourge. So if you want to see a build for me other than just my two main classes, put a comment down in the comment section below, and if I get enough interest for a different class, I'll go ahead and put something together and see if I can actually make some sort of new build for a different class. And I actually do want to play a different class, so it gives me an excuse to do that. So with that said, let me start with my utilities. As always, let's start with my Healing Signet. The Healing Signet is the only skill you should be using as a warrior, as it's just too much healing, and that's all I gotta say. Breaking enchantments, I remove 2 boons off my enemies, about 500 damage, and with the trait I do actually extra damage. So I do a lot of damage, remove my enemies' boons, and just leave them hurt. Pretty great. And then for Grace, I replaced Berserker Stance with this because it's got a 30-second less cooldown. It gives me super speed, the exact same amount of resistance, and actually it breaks the stun. So that's pretty awesome. Endure Pain, I want that 2 seconds of invulnerability because sometimes I'm just getting pressured way too hard and I need some breaks, man. And then Winds of Enchantments, I prevent projectiles from hitting me, and I cover the entire area in a bubble that removes boons from my enemies and does damage to them every time they're in there, losing boons basically. That's great. With that said, let's move on to my equipment. On this build we got Greatsword, Dagger, and Shield. On the Greatsword we got the Sigil of Energy for mobility, Sigil of Cleansing for Recondi removal, Sigil of Revocation on hit removes the boon, so I do more damage every time I hit him every 10 seconds, and then Sigil of Absorption every time I interrupt my enemy. I steal a boon which damages them, gives me their boon, and has a 3 second cooldown, and I interrupt enemies quite often, so that comes in handy. Rune of Strength, and actually I'm going with Paladin Amulet rather than the Berserker Amulet because it gives me almost the exact same amount of damage other than just ferocity, but I gain toughness and vitality, so I'm actually tougher to take down, so that means I can either run away or just basically I'm just kind of a tank, so I like that little extra survivability instead of just pure berserker at this time. So with that, let's move on to my traits. Alright, for the trait lines we got Discipline, Defense, and Spellbreaker. For the Discipline line I got Warrior Sprint because I want to move faster and remove Immobilization if I have it. Brawler's Recovery, that Connie Cleanse is amazing. Burst Mastery, I want my adrenaline to be full as fast as possible because I'm going to be popping off those bursts as quickly as I can, and it increases my damage every time I do that, so I want that. Defense, I am running the shield, so Shield Master is the way to go. Lesser Endure Pain, I want just that little extra seconds of invulnerability. And then Last Stand gives me stability whenever I'm knocked back, or just it activates whenever I get knocked back, stunned, or doesn't really matter. Also, I didn't mention this because I actually didn't have this skill equipped, but every time I pop up my Endure Pain, it actually lasts half a second longer, and it gives me Vigor, so that's because of Last Stand, so very important. Spellbreaker, I got Guard Counter because I want that protection. I have Loss Aversion, so every time I remove a boon, I damage my enemy. And then last but not least, Revenge Counter. I copy my conditions, increases the damage I do, and I gain resistance. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, so that's my build for the Spellbreaker, and just as a side note, if you wish to see a different build for other than just a Warrior or a Scourge, leave a comment down below, and if I get enough interest, I will go ahead and actually make a different build for once. So with that said, enjoy climbing the ladder with the Warrior.